we have started the gastrulation topic, that is the meaning of the term gastrulation. That means the formation of gut. So let us know when the gut is formed. Actually, the gastrulation is followed by organogenesis. The tissues are developed. They are derived from three different germ layers: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Then the formation of organs started, organogenesis. How? First of all, the embryonic membranes are undergoes folding of embryonic membranes. The membranes undergo folding. So embryonic fold it is called. Towards the fourth week, throughout the third week of embryonic development, the morphogenic movement occurs to form the three different germ layers. Now, during the fourth week, the embryonic fold occurs. Let us start, let us see what happens when the three germ layers are produced. This is ectoderm. We have discussed that. Ectoderm, the outer layer. And here is the definitive endoderm. Definitive endoderm, which is going to develop all the embryonic tissue, proper embryonic tissue. Proper embryonic tissue. Then this is the endoderm, and here is the mesoderm. Mesoderm is lying in between the ectoderm and endoderm. This is all three germless: ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. Just recall I told you, we have discussed that the hypoblast is proliferating and differentiating into the primitive endoderm, which makes the yolk sac. If, let us show me in another color, suppose the yolk sac is here. What yolk sac? The primitive, these cells are proliferated from the hypoblast. Proliferated from the hypoblast and differentiated into squamous, clad squamous epithelial cells. Okay, this is the primary yolk sac. Primary yolk sac. Primary yolk sac is the precursor of the extra embryonic membrane, that is yolk sac, definitive yolk sac. Now what happens, I told you, I used a word that the embryonic fold, folding or fold begins When it begins at fourth week of development. Fourth week of development. Fourth week of what? Fourth week of embryonic development. Embryonic development. And this is ectoderm. So what happens? First, and at the fourth week, the membrane of the endodermal layer. You know the membrane, the layer, the sheet means a membrane formed of that particular tissue, cell. So here the endodermal cell, these endodermal proliferated cells which are derived from the hypoplast. Now the endoderm of the yolk sac, primary yolk sac undergoes a folding to produce the gut. Here undergoes folding. This membrane towards the dorsal part. If it is the anterior part, this is the ventral, then it is dorsal. Towards the dorsal part, the yolk sac is folded to form the primitive gut. This is the primitive gut. Understood? Now, what happens? It folds into the embryo. This tube is formed and that is moved into the embryo. This is the caudal end. This is the caudal end. This is the cephalic end. Okay, this tube is the primitive gut, is the precursor of the gastrointestinal tract or alimentary canal, is formed by the folding of the endodermal membrane of the primary yolk sac, and that tube is entering, moving, the folding is done into the embryo. Thus the gut is formed. Then what happens? From the caudal part of the left out yolk sac, the outpouching, caudal outpouching occurs. To produce allantois. I will study in detail in extraembryonic membrane. Then the remaining part of the yolk sac, now it develops into, this is the allantois. Now it develops into this mass. After the caudal outpouching to form the another extraembryonic membrane allantois, the secondary yolk sac. Is developed. How these proper extraembryonic membranes are developed, we will discuss in the next topic, extraembryonic membrane.